Welcome to the SMS podcast. I'm going to do a list of the top 5 worst and best movies of the year. Best and worst. I should have done a list for last year, but my dumbass forgot. This year, it started off a little rocky. But then obviously March came and fucking Dune Part 2 came out. And the rest is history. So let's start off with the worst list. And there has been some really bad movies this year. Oof. What? Some that even make the list. Dishonorable mentions. Just some of these movies in January, they were so boring. They're so bad. Barely remember them. That movie, Book of Samuel, that stars Lakeith Stanfield. Oh, I thought that movie was so bad. I don't know if it was bad or I was just fucking bored. Who knows? It was directed by the same guy who did that black Western movie on Netflix, The Harder They Fall, I think. Yeah, I didn't like that movie either. Shows that I'm not really a fan of his work. So, what else would I put? Dishonorable mention. I'd say Night Swim. It's not very good, but it's nowhere near as bad as some other horror movies this year that are on this list. ISS. I don't know if I would say that's one of the worst. I don't remember shit from that movie. All I remember is that Ariana DeBose did the thing. Yeah. Oh, Mean Girls. Definitely for those dishonorable mention. It's just such a shitty remake of the original. It's so clunky. But yeah, let's get into the list. I don't even know if I'm going to put it in order because, the top 2, that's in order. But the rest, I don't know. So, number 5, I'm going to put Kung Fu Panda 4. Ooh, yeah. Talk about such a lazy-ass sequel cash grab movie. Basically, this movie is the equivalent to Megamind. Also, I didn't see that movie, so I can't really put it on this list. But Megamind 2, everybody said that movie is fucking soulless cash grab. Well, that movie came out straight to streaming. Everybody said it was like a lazy sequel. That's what this movie is. It looks like shit. It's funny because the animation that looks like the Puss in Boots animation, the Spider-Verse animation, they have some of that in the movie to these flashbacks. They actually looked good, so I'm like, why didn't you just make the movie look like this? And then also the fact that Awkwafina's fucking voice is in the whole movie. And this movie just focuses on her because it's supposed to be a TV show. But then they're like, oh, let's make it in a movie. And you can honestly tell the villain is lame as fuck. I think, what was it, a chameleon? Some stupid shit. They tried to be like, oh, well, we brought these other villains back. It was so lazy. So that's my number 5. Number 4, I gotta put the Roadhouse remake on here. I was gonna put it higher, but at least it's more enjoyable than these top 3. This, I don't know what the fuck Jake Gyllenhaal or Doug Liman, I don't know what kind of coke he's on. The nerve to say that this movie tested better than Mr. and Mrs. Smith and The Bourne Identity. What? Are you out of your fucking mind? This movie stinks. It looks like shit. The only reason, the CGI fights, oh my god. The only thing that saves the movie is Daniela Melchior. I don't know if it's because she's hot, but yeah. Even Jake Gyllenhaal, he's a great actor, but he's terrible in this movie. He's I don't know what he just half-assed it. I'm just like, dude, you're Jake Gyllenhaal. Did you forget how to act? What the fuck? So yeah, it's my number 4. Now we're getting top 3. Number 3, I gotta go with the Bob Marley biopic. Yeah, what can I say? It's lame. And this movie about Bob Marley. There's another biopic that came out this year, the Amy Winehouse movie. That movie's way better. Oh my god. The whole time, I'm just like, when the fuck does this movie end? And then on top of that, there's only one concert scene in the movie. And the whole movie is like, oh shit, well, he's about to perform this big song. And they just cut away. And then the fucking ending, holy shit. It's supposed to be this big ass concert. You just find out Bob Marley is dying of cancer. And the end of the movie, it's this big ass concert scene. And then it fades to black. And it shows the lame ass standard biopic. Oh, Bob Marley died in 1980, blah, blah, blah. His kids live on his legacy, blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. And this is directed by the same guy who made King Richard. I guess he forgot how to make a biopic. I don't know. Yeah, that's my number 3. Such a lame biopic. It could have been way better. It's number 3. Number 2, I gotta go with Terror. What? When the movie started, I thought, oh, it's not that bad. And then the movie kept going. And yeah, even the kills are lame. The creatures are lame. I saw some videos. They say, oh, actually, creatures kind of look cool. No, they don't. They looked ugly. They looked like shit. Every character here is so fucking lame. There's this like romance. Oh yeah, you know, we broke up. They go to this cabin in the beginning of the movie and they're playing this game, and there's this exposition dump during the game. They're like, you're arrogant, you're not loyal, some stupid shit. None of the performances are good. All these people, I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be teenagers. I don't remember if they're supposed to be teenagers or in college, but they look 35 at least. Yeah, it's really bad. The nerve of people saying that The Strangers Chapter 1 is worse than this is out of fucking control. Just saying. So my number 2, Tara. Oof. Number 1, pretty obvious. It's imaginary. You know, I was going to do this movie on the podcast, but when I was like, ooh, but I got to watch it again, and I was going to do it again, and then I realized, ooh, this movie stinks. I do not want to watch this bullshit again. And I didn't, and I felt great. There is literally nothing good about this movie, except the puppet design. That's about it. That's literally the only thing. Every actor in here, I don't know where they got acting lessons from. I don't know if they went to acting school. I don't know. I guess the kid was the best actor. The guy from Prodigal Sons in this movie, that motherfucker, I'm just like, Jesus, now I know when that show got canceled. Holy shit. That may be one of the worst actors I've ever seen in my life. Also, the casting is weird. You have DeWanda Wise, she's playing the stepmom, and the prodigal guy from Prodigal Son, and then the daughters. And I'm just like, these people would not match in real life, her and him. I'm just like, what are we talking about? Her dad in the movie, that shit was so goofy. I'm like, this feels a little racist. No, I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Their dad looked crazy as fuck. And then the nerve of this twist of the old lady setting this up or helping set it up. What? Get the fuck out of here. And that kind of starts off good. You see DeWanda Wise getting chased by that teddy bear in the trailer, and it's like, it's a freak out. And then the rest of it, yeah. And I actually wanted to see this movie. You know, I saw the trailers. I'm like, this movie looks goofy, but it could be fun. And this movie just makes me sick. So those are my worst movies of the year so far. There might be more. I can't imagine there's worse movies this year than these 5. So let's get into the best movies of the year. This year's been affected by the strikes, and we still have a pretty good amount of movies that have come out. Some great movies too. So yeah, let's start at number 5. Number 5, I put Late Night with the Devil. I really like this movie. David Melchior is great, and the ending's a little weird, but I really do like this movie. So that's my number 5. Number 4, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. It's the movie that these dumbass Godzilla fans online think Godzilla X Kong is. Anyways, come on, the effects are insane. The acting is really good. All the performances. My favorite's probably Proximus. I learned these things. Noah. There are things in there to help apes learn. Yeah. Only things I thought were weird about the movie, like the timeline. They don't really explain it. They just say many generations later. It's supposed to be 300 years later, but in the movie they don't really explain what year it is. So it might not even be 300 years. It might have changed that. So number 3. It was number 2, but then number 1 came out. I'm not gonna spoil it. Number 3 for me is Love Lies Bleeding, the Kristen Stewart movie. Great movie. I really like it. Probably it might be one of my favorite A24 movies. Even Kristen Stewart's great in the movie. Katie O'Brien, she's probably my favorite performance in the movie as basically real life She-Hulk. She's fucking dragged. It's great. Dave Franco's in it. Ed Harris, yeah, definitely watch it. It's basically like a Coen Brothers movie with lesbians, which there's another movie that I didn't watch that actually is that. Apparently it's not that good. Drive Away Dolls. So yeah, that's my number 3. Definitely go watch it. Watch all of the top 5 though. Number 2, I gotta go with Dune Part 2. This was my number 1 until number 1 came out. What is there to say about this movie? Great movie. So many quotable lines. It looks amazing. Sounds amazing. Even Zendaya was good in the movie. She was better. She's definitely better at Challengers. I don't even know if... I would say that's an honorable mention, I guess. Yeah, even Zendaya was good in the movie. Her doubting Paul being the Messiah. And then the ending was crazy. Fucking Paul... Oh shit, yeah, I'm about to marry your daughter. I'm about to marry the princess, Florence Pugh. And then Zendaya just leaves him out. Yeah, that's number 2. Number 1, Furiosa. What is there not to say to this movie? I don't know why this movie's flopping. You people have no taste. That's all I have to say. I already seen this movie 3 times. Probably gonna go a couple more times. At least 2 more times. But yeah, I mean, it's more similar to the old Mad Max movies. Because Mad Max Fury Road is basically the whole time they're on this chase. In this movie, you see like a bunch of like what we saw in Freya's childhood and what happened. And probably my favorite scene in the movie, it's actually the beginning, maybe, in which you see Furiosa's mom, played by that hottie from Anyone But You. No way. Is she an actual actress? She's great in the movie. She's barely in it. She's only in it for probably 10 or 15 minutes. I don't know if she was my favorite performance. Probably Chris Hemsworth is, but she was great. Charlie Fraser is her name. Not in the movie, the name of the actress. Hopefully she's in more stuff, because she's great in this movie, okay? Anya Taylor-Joy, obviously she's great in everything she's on. Chris Hemsworth, yeah, this is the best performance in his career. Not even close. Honestly, I didn't think he had... I'm like, wow, this guy can act. Even in that movie, Rush, he was okay, and that movie was great, too. If you've never seen Rush, go see it. It's that racing movie with him and Daniel Bruhl. He's pretty decent in it. But yeah, this movie is amazing in it. It looks amazing. Sounds amazing. It looks a little different to Mad Max Fury Road because the colors are slightly less vibrant, but it's still colorful. The saturation of that movie is like all the way up. But yeah, it's my number 1. I would say it's a decent year so far, especially with the strikes that affected the year. That's all I have to say. Thanks for listening. If I'm going to put this on YouTube, I guess like and subscribe and comment what your top 5 worst and best movies of the year are. But yeah, thank you for listening. Go rate the podcast 5 stars. That's all I got to say. Bye.